What's up guys, this is Gautam Johar, and as you know that in my post I'm going to explain how you can create a task scheduler inside a virtual machine without login into that virtual machine, and rest of the detail is already mentioned in the blog post, so you can read there. So this video is basically I'm creating to give you a clear-cut demonstration of what I am talking about in my blog post. So what I have done here is, because for example you have around 100 or 200 virtual machines, then in that case you might need to, or more virtual machines, so in that case you might need to speed up the task. So to do that, what I have done is I have removed this variable and directly put that vCenter server name to connect it, and here I have directly given the source path. I have directly given the destination path where my these virtual machines will be copied inside the virtual machine, and I have given this read host for the virtual machine name because virtual machines may be many virtual machines can be there, so it is necessary to change it every time we do this task, right? So this is the username which I know that in this virtual machine it is set there, and I know the password of this username inside my virtual machine. In case it is different, username and password is different, and you know that, so you can put it like read hyphen host and then enter your username, read hyphen host and enter your password, and you can secure your password as well. So many use cases can be there, so I would like to proceed with this one. So in your case, if suppose many operation team don't like to put a generic username and password on all the virtual machines and they keep on changing, then it will be a tough job for you guys, because that is I'm creating this script to speed up the task, and if username and password is always different for all those hundreds of virtual machine, then it will take some more time. So I recommend to create a generic user if not already there, and then run this command, username and password. Generic username and password must be there in order to do this task quickly, in fact very quickly. So okay, so without wasting much time, I proceed with this. So here I have already done this script where it is connected with my vCenter server and asking for the virtual machine where I would like to move those scripts and create a task scheduler. So just verify that it is not already there. So I'm going to transfer those those script in my temp folder in C in this virtual machine console. As you can see here, this is the console, right? So we have checked that it is not there. Just close it and also verify that task scheduler which I am going to create is not already there, right? So now come back to your PowerShell script which is on my this jump server. So it is asking for the name of the virtual machine, then I have copied it already, so I'm pasting it here. Paste it, just the name which is visible in the vCenter server. Okay, press enter. Now just press 1 because I have already given the username, I have already given the password, and I have already given the source and the destination on the values I have already given, because I know it's gonna be same in all those virtual machines where I am going to put this, right? So just press 1. What it will do, press 1 to transfer the file and create a task scheduler, right? So I'll explain you what is going to be transferred and how it's going to be task scheduler. So no worries, first do it and then I'll explain. So enter your choice here, press 1 and hit enter. Okay, so as you can see that two warning, one warning is 4444 copy VM guest. It copied in that because VMware tool is not up to date, so that's why it is giving a warning, or you can say information, but it will work. So if you can upgrade the VMware tools before doing it, then it will be great, otherwise it will work. But in any case, if VMware tool is too old, then you have to upgrade it, no option. Or if VMware tool is not installed, then you have to install it, right? So first it copied the files to this virtual machine, and then it invoked the VM script to create a task scheduler. So what this information is saying, it is saying that task has been done. So you can say the VM exit code 0 means all is okay, and task name is VC nodes test. So scheduler, task scheduler is set, and new task has been created with this name. Okay, so let's go back to the virtual machine console and see what is changed now. So first let's see if those files were copied or not. C and then temp, we see notes. Now you can see that these files are here, right? Let me just plug the power. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see here that these two scripts are here. Two scripts, not it, two scripts. One is the main script, and second script is to create the task scheduler. I'll explain it. Just minimize it and check if my task scheduler has been created inside this virtual machine or not. So we see not. As you can see here, I have created a trigger for 50 p.m. every day, named it VC nodes. Okay, and what it will run, you can see here in the action, it will run ctemp main script.ps1. So what is that? See, this particular ps1 file is to create a task scheduler. What is inside? Let's have a look. So these are the PowerShell commands to create a task scheduler in any virtual machine. Okay, so here in this script I have mentioned that it will execute this file and given the location of the my main script, which has all the commands to run. Okay, so I have created a daily task and then give it a name and demonstration, etc., etc. Okay, and in my main script what I have mentioned is just notepad. It will open a notepad at 4:50 p.m. every day. So this is the main script. So inside this main script you can give the path of any MSI installer, or as I mentioned in my blog that in case of virus attack you do the installation of patches, then you can first transfer those patches inside the VM, and then what you can do is remove this notepad and give the path of that installer, just like you open that in cmd command prompt, like c temp, and you can say virus attack patch dot msi. So it will automatically open this MSI installer and it will get installed. So now if that is interactive console, then you have to think about it, and if you can do the automatic installation through PowerShell script, that's up to you how you can manage further, but I have given the solution up to here, so rest up to you. Okay, I hope you're understanding this, and you can create many use cases from this way of using the PowerShell and transferring the files and running an script inside the virtual machines. However, it is not a new thing, and VMware already has given this way, but this is our imagination, what we can do with given powers. Okay, I could do it that difficult task in my company, and it was much appreciated. So I hope you can do something at your workplace as well. So hoping that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and in case if you have any doubt, then feel free to comment on my blog post, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, who are connected on Facebook with me, and anywhere else, and I'll definitely reply you back. Thank you very much. Keep home, keep safe, keep reading, keep growing. Bye.